Bottom line, Flow, Canteen, Hot Take,
Go
Jake,
to the
and
one
O.
we've all been waiting for. Mine and Canteen.
This should have been
division.
first how bad this division's about to
The
be.
Cowboys. This is it. All right, Ken, what do you got in the NFC East, baby? Let's go.
All right, man. So I'm definitely gonna stick with the Cowboys. I'm not saying the Cowboys gonna have. I'm not saying the Cowboys gonna have a phenomenal, spectacular record, but I will give the Cowboys an 11-6 season.
Okay.
11-6 season for the Cowboys. I'm definitely gonna go with the Commanders, man. I think the Commanders, Dan Quinn, they beat up their defense.
That's all you said about the Cowboys, I think.
Listen, let me finish.
Okay.
You're burying the lead. Did you just put the Commanders over the Eagles?
Yeah, I know. That's crazy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What you got? What's the record?
Yes, sir.
Oh
I'm gonna go 10-7 with the Commanders.
Wow.
Reason being, Jaden Daniels. I like what Dan Quinn has done. I watched some of their preseason. I think they're gonna have a spectacular season, 10-7.
I thought you said Dan Quinn was garbage.
Flo, let me finish.
Okay, go ahead.
I've been watching. I've observed some different things. The Eagles will go 9-8.
Okay.
They like I said. What did the Eagles do last year? They started out 8-9 wins. And what happened? They crashed and burned. Now you got Sirianni got issues with his quarterback. They got issues. His quarterback got issues. So if the head coach is the quarterback and they can't diffuse issues and get along with everybody on the team, how you expect to win? That's a big thing.
Okay.
The Eagles, the Eagles been trash. They're gonna remain trash. Eagles will go 5-12.
You're talking about Giants?
Giants will go 5-12. Giants.
Okay.
Giants 5-12.
Okay. Get your seating down, Canteen. So that's next. All right, go ahead, Omar. 1 through 7.
All right. Well, let me blow your all's mind real quick. I'm going to give you all some interesting dichotomy, a nice juxtaposition here.
Warning.
How about this?
We're going to blow minds here.
How do you like this? How do you like dueling 11-6 and 6-11 records in the division?
What?
The Cowboys and Eagles both go 11-6. The Commanders and Giants both go 6-11.
Wow.
I think Philadelphia is actually, obviously, I think in my eyes, have gotten better. They've improved their defense in the offseason, locked up their receivers, picked up Saquon Barkley. I think the Eagles are going to be better this year. I don't think that Dallas is going to regress much. I just think that this is the year that Mike McCarthy doesn't get 12 wins. That's all. And he gets 11. Okay. Now, I'm going to reserve the right to amend this because I've been fighting with this decision, and I may change this at any moment. So I'm not sure about this.
Okay. 6-11. So what's your main reason? You don't like the Washington at all? 6-11, you don't think they have a shot?
I mean, Jaden Daniels is a rookie. While he could be good, and I thought about giving them a 7-10 and giving the Giants maybe a 5-12. Which I may still do. I'm really confused on this division, but what I do know is that rookie quarterbacks usually don't have really good seasons, so you can't really expect more than 6 or 7 wins realistically from a rookie quarterback, which is why I gave Chicago 7 wins as well. So
Chicago?
Yeah, I gave Chicago 7
Oh, yeah,
wins.
you did. That's right, you did. Okay.
I don't think rookie it's very hard for rookie quarterbacks to have a winning record.
That's fair. That's fair. No, that's a fair assessment.
Just like Bo Nix is not going to win more than 6 or 7 games either, no matter how delusional, horrible hot take Jake is.
Hot cake.
Or as Nard called him, what did he call him? Patty cake.
Oh, I forgot.
Cake Jake.
I forgot.
Oven bake Jake. Oven bake
Jake. Old oven bake.
Yeah.
Old oven bake.
Okay. So I guess you'll tell me who wins that division later. So, all right, Jake, go ahead.
Go ahead, Oven bake.
All right. Well, the worst team is going to be the Giants. We saw this easily.
Easily. Okay.
4-13. I think Daniel Jones is done after this season. I think they finally move on. It's going to look bad.
Is the
I
coach
feel bad
done
for
too,
Brian
though?
Daboll because they might let go of Brian Daboll, who's a good head coach.
Okay.
Excuse me.
This is the shocker here. I think the Cowboys end up going 7-10 right now. Here's
Get the hell out of here. That is ridiculous, man. Come on.
Omar,
take a drink today.
You're smart. You're smarter than that. You're smarter than that.
Omar, I'm calling a spade a spade. I told
How are they going to be that much worse when they got the same team?
They don't have the same team, Omar. What are you talking about? They don't have a running game now.
Okay, that's
true. The same running game they had last
year. They don't have a running game. I think they lost now Stephen Gilmore, so now they don't have two lockdown corners.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. Bland's not as great. Bland was only good because he played good slot.
And he's hurt for the first 4 to 6 weeks.
They're going to worry about that. Not only that, I've never trusted what's scary.
7 wins, though?
The Packers showed you how to beat them. Their middle of their field is straight trash. I can't name anybody on their linebacker core. They're throwing the ball down the middle the whole way through. They didn't improve at all in the offseason. They spent too much time with CD trying to figure out his contract. And look at this. It looks embarrassing. The reason why I have the Commanders over them is because I think Dan Quinn knows this team too well. And I think head-to-head, he beats them both times. Now, the Commanders will be 8-9.
Okay.
So 7-10 Cowboys, 8-9 Commanders.
Wow, that's a terrible division then.
I said this division is not getting 10 wins.
Okay.
And the Eagles will go 9-8. And they will barely squeak by. They'll only make it because it's just a terrible division this season.
Well, you got 3, 9, and 8, so you got to pick one of them to not be out. So it won't be the Eagles, I guess.
No, the Eagles have to win the division.
Okay. That's the only reason they get in.
Don't worry.
Okay. So, you got 2 more 9-8 teams that got to either get in or out. So, okay. We'll see what happens. All right, let's go.
Don't worry.
All right, let's go. Here we go.
All right.
The one who knows what's going on here. All right, you got the Giants down pretty good. I think they'll get 7 wins, though. I like Danny Dimes a little more than you guys do. I think he'll play solid. He was hurt last year. The Giants guy? Yeah, I think they'll get 7 wins. I think that I like Malik Neighbors. He's going to help him out quite a bit. He's going to help Danny Dimes. He's going to have a weapon for him to throw to. Danny Dimes got a decent ball, a deep ball that he can throw. He can move around. He's athletic. We'll see how he does if he can stay healthy. They still got offensive line issues that haven't completely shored up. So that's the only reason I don't give them a good. I think if they had a solid offensive line, it might be a little better. But we'll see what happens. I give them 7-10. I'm gonna go Washington. I know what Canteen said. I like what Canteen said. I also do like as well Jaden Daniels. I think he's gonna be solid. I like Cliff Kingsbury as an offensive coordinator. He's good with quarterbacks who can move around. He's just good with that, and he's a better offensive coordinator than he is head coach.
He is a head
coach. I think Brian Robinson and they got Austin Eckler as well that no one mentioned. He's a solid. He doesn't have to carry the whole load because they got Brian Robinson in there too. But Eckler is very versatile. He can catch the ball out of the backfield. They got Terry McLaurin as the number 1 target. Zach Ertz as a tight end. He's a solid tight end, and I think they're going to be really. They're going to challenge, and they're not going to be quite a playoff team, but they'll be 8-9. I think they'll have a solid season. Jaden Daniels will make a push for Rookie of the Year or Offensive Rookie of the Year, one of those two. But anyway, all right, so here we go. Philadelphia Eagles. I agree with Ken. I think they're going to take a step back. You have issues. There was a fractured relationship, a report of Jalen Hurts and Sirianni.
Sirianni, man.
I don't think that gets healed. I don't think when you have a fractured relationship between your head coach and your quarterback that gets healed in one off season.
Please stop it with the fracture. They don't have every quarterback and coach.
It was called fractured. No, it wasn't an argument. They said it was fractured, and you could tell by the season. You could tell by what happened the rest of the season how they went downhill. There was something wrong with that team.
And so you think they would not? You think they would not have made a change in the offseason if that did not get fixed? They're not going to ruin a whole season because of that.
Well,
if it didn't get fixed, they would have fired.
Who are they going to hire? Who are they going to hire?
What do you mean? They were looking at Belichick. Bill Belichick was out there, as far as I know.
Yeah, they looked at. I think there were reports they looked at him under the table.
Well, let's not talk about Bill. I got a surprise for Bill in a second. Don't worry.
Oh, okay. Let's not talk about it. But I still think losing Kelsey, he made all the check plays. He checked the protection. Now Jalen's going to have to do that, or who else is going to do that?
Yeah.
And so I think that's going to hurt them. Kelsey was the anchor for that tush push. I think that's going to be less effective. That was one of their best plays on short yardage is a tush push. That's not going to be as effective. So I think that's going to hurt them. They're going to be 9-8. There'll be a borderline playoff team. I think this is going to be a bit of a hangover from last year. I don't think they've solved all their issues and their personality issues with each other. When you have a quarterback and a head coach that got issues, that's the worst kind to have between quarterback and so I don't think that's gotten completely healed no matter what they say. I think that's still healing. That relationship is still healing, and that's going to affect them. You may even see Kenny Pickett out there at some point. I don't know. We'll see. They do have Saquon Barkley, but I don't trust that he can stay healthy. They have a great receiving core. So, AJ Brown, Devontae Smith. I just think, I don't know. When your quarterback and your head coach,
more than a 9-win team to me. Jesus.
Okay, we'll see.
Not only that, they got Saquon also. They got something.
But Saquon running back. You just hurt.
You just told me all this stuff about how they're a 9-win team, and then went to talk about them like they're an 11-win team.
No, I didn't. I just said they had some good weapons. But they had good weapons last year, and what happened? So we'll see. They were the worst team. They were the worst second half team in the NFL.
They made the playoffs. That's okay.
And they had the same people. And they look terrible all the way into.
I can't wait. I want you to keep that same feeling right here. What you're about to say about these Cowboys.
Okay.
Because this same team is bullcrap. You lost, some players here, buddy. Come on.
What players did we lose?
I told you lost Stephen Gilmore. Your running back situation is way worse this year. You lost 2 offensive linemen. Tyron Smith's not there no more. So now your offensive line is not as elite. I don't want to hear that. So
here's what I'm going to say, Jake. You and Omar and all these people. Well, the Eagles they addressed their defense. They got 2 cornerbacks. They're rookies. Since when has a rookie cornerback been that great? Since when has a rookie cornerback been that great? Come on.
No one's even talking like
really rare. Yeah, you did. What did they address? Every time I asked you, what did they do to address?
Right, but why'd you have to use that little voice?
No, here's my point. Hold on. Here's the
because that's Jake's voice. I was using Jake's voice.
Kingsbury wasn't a great head coach. Who said he's a bad offensive coordinator?
Huh? What?
He's a better offensive coordinator because he works with quarterbacks that like to move around.
Kingsbury, yeah.
Isn't that going to help them as well?
Going to help who? The
Commanders, yeah. He's a plus with the
that's why I gave him an 8 and 9. They got a rookie quarterback. Come on. So anyway, we say they didn't do anything in offseason. They did draft 2 offensive linemen. Tyler Guyton has looked great in camp. Cooper Beebe as
he just talked about rookie corners. Now,
you just talked about rookies not being able to replace on Philadelphia, but all of a sudden
because corners do not make a difference as rookies. Name me a corner who makes a difference.
That makes no sense, Flo.
Because offensive linemen are not the same. If you guys know anything about football, it's not the same position. I don't know if you knew that, but cornerbacks and offensive linemen are not the same position. They play separate positions on the field.
You know what? I can't.
That's fine.
Get out of here. Come on.
You go, Flo. I'm ready to hear you contradict yourself.
Anyway, so they showed up their offensive line. Ezekiel Elliott is back. He's going to help with the short yardage that they didn't have last year. They just brought in Dalvin Cook. He might get signed to a 1-year deal. It's going to be running back by committee. It's been that way the past few years anyway. They signed CeeDee Lamb. They got Brandon Cooks, Jalen Tolbert, Jalen Brooks. They got a solid wide receiving core. And I think they shored up that offensive line.
Those guys.
They're good. They're good.
They're good.
They are good. You can say they're not good. We'll see what happens in the season. You can say what you want. Terrence Steele is solid.
Make an impact. Rookies and young players don't make an impact.
Jalen Tolbert and Jalen Brooks are good. And if Brandon Cooks can stay healthy, he's a solid number 2 receiver. And like you said, they're going to move CD around, and they're going to do a lot with CD. Now that he's back in the fold, they're going to do a lot of.
This team is going to struggle. I can't wait.
DeMarcus Lawrence is back. Michael Parsons is still playing. Mozzie Smith has put on a lot of weight. In the middle, that's where we struggled.
What'd y'all do in the middle where the Packers each ate y'all up?
Mozzie Smith, he put on a lot of weight. They got Odigizua in there.
Oh, man. Oh, great.
Yeah, Trayvon Diggs is back. We did lose Deron Bland, so that's going to be a kind of a hamper us. But last season, we lost Overshawn. Before the season started, we lost Diggs. That's 2 key pieces on defense that we lost at the beginning of the season. And we lost Van Der Esch halfway through the season. Those are 3 big starters that we lost. We got all of them back. We did lose Bland for a few weeks, but I think we can survive without him. Donovan Smith was hurt most of the season. Malik Hooker is back as free safety. I think we have a better defense than we did last week. He was on his way out. He was on his way out. He barely got signed at the end of the offseason, so he's lost a step. He would have been solid to have him if now that Bland is hurt, but hey, what can you do? You can't foresee everything. Anyway,
Yo, we're running on 2 hours, bro. My bad, y'all. We gotta.
Well, you guys keep interrupting me. I can't get through this because you guys keep interrupting me.
I just saw a contradiction with the Eagles and the Cowboys.
It's not a contradiction. It's that cornerbacks don't make a difference as rookies.
And O-linemen
typically that's not how an O-line that does happen.
That was so good.
Oh, whatever, Omar. You don't know what you're
reaching.
All right, so we're gonna do well. I think Dak is gonna play well, whether he gets a contract or not. It's a prove-it season for him and McCarthy. Because everybody's down on the Cowboys, I found myself defending Dak, and I was the first one out on Dak before that first contract. Woo. Now everybody's out on Dak. I think he's going to have a really good season. I think it goes 12-5 again, and they win the division for the first time to win the division. I don't know how many years. All right, let's go. Y'all quit interrupting me. I could get finished. Anyway.
Bottom line. Canteen, hot take, Jake and O.